Hey guys, so today I am going to replace this CO detector. I think it's a CO and LP detector in my travel trailer. Don't see if you can see it on camera, but according to the code, it has reached the end of its life. Yeah, I think you can almost see the... I'm colorblind, so I can't really tell the light. I can tell it's two different color lights. Anyway, I decided it's time to go ahead and replace it. This trailer is a 2021. I'm guessing the sensor was probably made in 2020. I'm going to see if it has a date on it when I pull it out. But yeah, it does this about every minute or so. It's nothing like hearing that at about 3 a.m. in the morning during a colonoscopy prep, which that's a whole other story for another day. But anyway, I went ahead and I purchased another unit. Wasn't able to get the exact same one, but let me go and pull this one off and we'll take a look and see what it got. So as you can see, the wires, it looks like there's actually some screws I can pull this panel off to see if I can get any more of the wire out. I'm guessing it goes somewhere over here. Let me take a quick look at something really quick. Okay, so I pulled the two screws out of that panel just to see what was back there. And they got these wires nice and tight with these crimp twist on connectors or whatever back there. So I'm going to try something a little bit different and see if I can make it work. We'll see, because that panel is pretty tight like that. I think I got some of those Wagos, whatever they call it. Let me see if that would be small enough to fit through that. Otherwise I might have to go with just a butt connector. Yeah, so I got a couple of these that I picked up a while back. So I'm just going to give them a shot. I've never tried these before, but I've seen other people use them and it seemed like they do pretty good. So I gotta get this thing taken care of. That's getting annoying. I think I got a pair of heavy duty scissors up here that I usually have in the trailer. Yeah, that'll work. I'm just going to clip one wire at a time. Since I'm not going to be reusing this, I'm just going to go ahead and just clip it off closest to it. Okay, clip the positive and clip the negative. Okay, they're holding there for the moment. So let me go ahead and bring this up to the camera and see if it has a date on it. 2020. That's the reason why it is expired. I think they're good for what, 5 years? It does not say on here. Anyway, I can get this one. It costs like 80 or 90 bucks. And it was going to take like nearly a month to come in. Or I went to the website for Keystone and they said that there was two different models that they used. The other model was this one here, which I found for like, I think it's like 60 bucks on eBay. So that's why I went ahead and I picked it up. Let's see if it's got any kind of a date on it. January 2026. Yep. So that should get me for a little while longer. And as you can see, we got the longer wires on this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Wagos onto the wires that are just coming through that part. I'll give it a little bit more leeway later on. I can always take the thing off and cut the wires back or whatever, but that's what I'm going to do on this for now, just to get it going. And as you can see, the wires are already split here, and it probably is going to be the right length for those connectors. Sorry for the horrible camera quality here. See if it goes far enough in. Oh yeah, it goes all the way in there. Close that one down on that one. And I will strip that one back and put this clip onto the other one. Okay. This one should already be stripped enough. Why did that one just come out? That we go. Okay, everything connected. We had a light. Yep, we have a light. Okay, we're in business. Now it's just a matter of making sure that these are good and tight. They feel like it. I'm just going to insert it one Wago at a time. And now that I got a little bit more play here with this thing here, if I really wanted to, I could tape that if I wanted to get it taken care of. At least now I got enough wires behind it where you can see them back there. And I just saw that thing come off of that connector because those wires are way too short. Before I was so rudely cut off my phone because it said it didn't have enough storage anymore. This wire here just came loose from that connector right there, so I'll get that taken care of off camera. So here I thought I was cheaping up by using Wagos. And here they use the same exact thing from the factory. You're gotta be kidding me, right? Nope, not kidding you at all. They actually use that from the factory. What brand is that? I can't tell. Might actually be the Wago brand. Yeah, it is the Wago brand. That's funny. Anyway, at least I don't feel like such a cheapskate since I decided to go that route. So my question is, should I tape that? Because I was tempted to tape those. Let me pull on them. You know what? If they trust them, why can't I trust them, right? You know what? I'll tape it. You gotta forgive me. I've been had some anesthesia this morning. I still haven't 100%, but enough where I decided to get out of the house and do something. Let's see here. I am just going to put the two wires together with just the smallest piece of duct tape. That'll be future Jimmy's problem 5 years from now, whenever this thing dies out. Just a little bit of insurance policy. Because while they trust their Wagos, I don't know if I trust mine. It's my first time ever using them, so at least I didn't have to splice the wires back there, which probably would have been simpler, but I don't have the any other connectors right now to use for it. There we go. That's good enough. That way, in case they fall out, the reds will red, black black, positive, negative will be separated. I get this wire put back on there. That's all the distance there is for it. I'll get it put back on there, and then we'll get that other thing screwed on there. There. Good enough. Is that there? Too tight. I'll get it fixed one way or another. Yay, close enough. As far as this goes, it's not going to cover up both screw holes. So I'm just going to aim for this screw hole at the front. That one won't be near as noticeable. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. The screw that they use for the paneling, I have no idea what that thing is. Some square looking thing. I probably have a bit for it somewhere, but not at the moment. I don't have it. good enough. Figure out what the other one fell to. There it is. Not a whole lot of room here. Come on. Get in there. There we go. How's that song go? It's my trailer and I'll do what I want to. That's totally getting cut. If I can remember. Make sure the wires are in the hole. They are. Someone get it straight before I stab the next screw through it. Honestly, that's all you're going to see of it because it is so behind this slide out. Unless you know what you're looking for, you wouldn't know it was there. Oh, come on. It caught the plastic. I don't have a drill with me to pre-drill it. That's all right. It'll be fine. There we go. Send it home. And with any luck, I won't have to worry about this for another 5 years. There it is. Don't know exactly how this video will turn out, but there it is. Screw hole just barely noticeable at the back of it. But honestly, you're looking at it from out here. It's not that noticeable. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. And what's this? R-Safe. I don't know what the brand is. I didn't even look at the instruction manual that came with it. Even came with one. Let's see. Yeah, it came with some stuff here. Well, made in USA, that's good. I guess it's R-Safe, I don't know. Whatever it is, this is the one that they showed on the website as being the one they use on the newer trailers. So, anyway, thank you for watching. Take care. I'll catch you in the next one.